welcome to Wednesday Evening Encore. My name is Christopher D. Thomas. I have a wonderful topic this evening. Um, some places it could be evening, other places it could be morning or the next day or afternoon. So wherever you are, welcome. Thank you for joining. And this is an encore of what we put out earlier today. We do a deeper dive into our Wednesday, Winsday, Wednesday on a Wednesday. And this is the Wednesday Evening Encore. And we have Instagram, we have YouTube, and we have TikTok. And so thank you for joining in. You know, as always, we don't stay here long. Know that there's so many things that, we have going on in our lives. Yet the great thing about it is that we put this on our page so that you can see it later. Unfortunately, TikTok does not have the ability to be able to save these lives. So in the event that you're on TikTok and you may miss this, or you may get distracted and have to pull away for something else, make sure you like my YouTube page, which is Christopher D. Thomas. If you search Christopher D. Thomas, you'll be able to find the YouTube channel. Like it, follow it, and subscribe to it as well. So thank you everyone for joining in. As remember, we're not here long, only for about 15 to 20 minutes. And I'll make sure that it's a lot of added value, for any of those of you who are serious about marketing, serious about branding, whether if it's your business brand, is your personal brand, you're serious about it. This is going to give you a lot of value. All right. It's going to give you a lot of value. So thank you for joining in. Please follow, share, save, turn on notifications. And for those of you, I don't want to assume that everyone, knows who I am, but good evening. Thank you for joining. Welcome back to another exciting session of Wednesday Evening Encore. I am your host, Christopher D. Thomas. And tonight we're going to break barriers and shatter conventions with our topic, breaking the mold. And so that's what we're talking about today. Before we dive in, I want to remind each of you to please follow, share, save, turn on notifications so you do not miss any of these transformative sessions. Let's embark on this journey together, and let's discover how, thinking outside of the box can transform your brand and help you to create success right now. So the format that I normally follow and that people seem to like, I'll do a storytelling part where there's been either experiences we have had with clients, or I will give experiences of public companies that you may be aware of, maybe from history. Like, for instance, last week we gave the illustration of Blockbuster and Netflix, right? So I'll start off with the storytelling part. Then we'll start off what the problem is. We'll do an assessment, and then we'll create a solution. And then I'll give you some strategies that you can implement ASAP in order to accomplish what you're wanting to accomplish. And I think this evening I have six strategies, six actionable strategies that you can use and implement immediately. So the story I want to share with you this evening, I have to be careful, about it because some of these companies that we've worked with, uh, they have trademarks, and copyrights and intellectual property, and don't want to uh, give their names directly based on the strategies that we created for them. So what I will say about this company is actually based in the Southeast, and it's a small company with a big vision. Small company with a big vision, and it's an ice cream company. Very, very small company, but with a big vision. It was founded by a very ambitious entrepreneur, and I'm going to give her name Lily for the sake of this particular conversation. Uh, Lily's ice cream company was saturated in a market that was dominated by giants with absolutely massive advertising budgets, right? Um, and so Lily knew that she couldn't compete when it came to pricing, um, pricing, advertising, and pricing of the product, and also her reach, with her business. So um, she decided that she wanted to break the branding mold. So instead of and so she came to us, and so instead of using traditional advertising, what we decided to do is to get an actual cow, um, and we painted it. We painted the cow, and we wanted to we made sure that this was not going to be breaking any type of humanity laws, especially with PETA. We have to we want to be very careful with that. Everything that we do as a business is is we do it with love, and we have in mind and about humanity, humanity in regards to people, the way we treat animals, and etc. So we do keep that in mind. So we painted an actual cow, and we placed it outside of her shop. And believe me, people were very curious, about what was actually happening. People stopped, they took pictures. And so what we decided to do is to have them to engage, and we created a hashtag already in advance for people to use. Hey, if you take a picture, use this particular hashtag. And it worked incredibly well. But we didn't stop there. So what we had Lily to do was to transform some of her ice cream flavors, into experiences. So she had a very targeted audience in the neighborhood, and so she combined um, flavors such as the lavender honey dream, spicy mango tango, and these were things that were going to tell a story about the mood. Um, and so her ice cream shop became an immersive experience that was interactive with art installations. There was live music. There were other community events as well. So what happened is that with all of that synergy, Lily wasn't selling ice cream anymore. She wasn't selling ice cream. She sold an unforgettable experience. She became a local sensation, and there was tons of media attention that was brought, her way, as well. Tons of media attention were brought her way, and obtained a very loyal customer base. So we were able to transform our business into something that was very, very different. So now let's get into this educational part. We got the problem, the agitation, and then the solution. So what we find is that, many businesses fall into the trap of following industry norms. A lot of times we find ourselves following what we see other folks doing, and we're not knowing if that's working for them or not, because they're not going to tell you the truth and tell you if something is working for them or not. But we're copying them anyway. That's traditionally what happens. And we follow and we get into that industry norm and start following traditional branding strategies. And so many people try and play it safe. They're afraid of stepping out and doing something a little bit different, breaking the mold, shaking things up. And what happens is that by playing it safe, it results in brands just blending into the background, failure to capture anyone's attention at all. So sticking to the status quo is a recipe for mediocrity. Let me repeat that. Sticking to the status quo is a recipe for being mediocre. In today's crowded market, we have multiple platforms, digital platforms. We got television, we got streaming. We still have print, we got billboards, we got everyone's fighting for that particular piece of attention. So it's a crowded market, and it's very loud. So being ordinary means being invisible. Your potential customers are bombarded every day, every moment with countless brands every day. And so we have to make a unique approach. If not, your message is going to get lost. Opportunities are going to slip through your fingers. And imagine pouring your hearts and your soul, into your business, only to be overlooked and you don't stand out. How do you solve that? Well, that's when it's time to break the branding mold. Unleash your creativity, to discover some bold strategies that defy convention, and that's going to captivate your audience. Dare to be different. You're not only going to, grab the attention, but you also want to create some memorable experience, which are going to foster loyalty and advocacy. It's going to transform your brand into a powerhouse that resonates with folks, and it's going to inspire people. So by creating your successful brand strategy, breaking the mold, stepping outside of the boundaries, you're going to redefine what's possible. So remember, I promised you those actionable strategies. I have 6 of them for you. You could take notes, or if you want to, come back and review this, when you have, more time, you're more than welcome to do that. Remember, those of you who are on TikTok, you're going to have to subscribe and like my page on YouTube, which is Christopher D. Thomas. Or you can like or follow my Instagram, which is ITS, It's C Thomas, as well. Next, you can find it with It's C Thomas on YouTube as well. The handles are all the same. So we have 6 actionable strategies that you can implement into your particular brand, your personal brand, your businesses right now. All right. We have 6. 1, actionable strategy 1, to embrace your uniqueness. embrace your uniqueness. Identify what's going to set you apart. It doesn't necessarily have to be a look of something, right? It could be your story. It could be your product. It could be your approach. Highlight these aspects boldly. Actionable strategy number 2. Now, these are not in any particular order, but these are the ones that I wanted to share, with you this evening. Create an innovative storytelling. Innovative storytelling. Use, unexpected narratives and mediums to tell your brand story. Engage your audience emotionally, intellectually. Third actionable strategy, interactive experiences. Think about transforming your customer interaction into an immersive experience, both on and offline. Actionable strategy 4, visual disruption. Think about utilizing striking visuals and design elements that defy the norms and attract attention. Remember when I shared with you that our ice cream client, we actually painted a cow? That was visually disruptive. So I mean, and that was fairly easy to do. It was a farm town, and her family had access to cows, and we used some animal friendly hair paint, and we painted the cow and set it out and put it outside the door, and people came up, took pictures, bought ice cream, and it was a hit. Community engagement. Foster community around your brand. One that encourages participation and sharing. So with that painting of the cow, we had people when they took pictures and they wanted to share it, we had them to use a hashtag that helped to create the community. Collaborate creatively. Partner with other influencers, other artists, other businesses to create unique offerings. So those are the 6 actionable strategies that will help you to break free from your traditional branding. And again, those 6 are: embrace your uniqueness, innovative storytelling, interactive experiences, visual disruption, community engagement, and then collaborate creatively. So remember that the goal is to stand out and to connect with your audience in ways that your competitors just don't do. So as you're listening to and tuning in here, think about how you can apply these strategies in your business right now. What conventions can you challenge? What new ideas excite you? Are you feeling inspired, but need some guidance to kind of bring these things to life? Remember that you can always, message me. I'm here. I offer personal consultations, to help you craft a tailored strategy. So let's transform your vision, into reality. So now back to Lily's story on her journey about the ice cream business that she has. Her bold moves really paid off. So as I shared with you, she received local and national coverage. Her sales soared through the roof. They skyrocketed. And she built a brand that people didn't just enjoy, but they talked about it, they shared it, and they became ambassadors. So Lily's feedback to me was that, and it's always interesting to get these. It's heartwarming, um, and to get the feedback and to see people's faces light up, and that's the um, that's the part that makes me personally, and being in the space of marketing, branding, public relations, creating brands. That's where the excitement from myself comes in. When seeing people's faces light up when you have saved their businesses, or they see their business from a different lens, from new perspectives. She shared with me that, the moment that she decided to follow others and started to trust in her own creative instinct was the moment that everything changed. She realized that she had to make a difference and she had to be different. So her story is a testament to the power of breaking the mold. She didn't let any type of industry norms dictate her path. She created her own path. And you could do the same thing. You could do the same thing. It's your turn. Now it's your turn. I challenge you to identify one area in your brand where you can break away from tradition. Start brainstorming ideas, what excites you, even if they seem unconventional, brainstorm those ideas. Embrace the possibility of doing something different. So, take the first step today. Reflect on your brand's current identity, identify opportunities for innovation, plan how you can implement these ideas. So if you're ready to take a deeper dive, need personalized guidance, our website is inmm.group, and we have tons of information on our website that you have more access to, and resources, or you can schedule a personal consultation with me. And together we'll be able to create a success in your brand by crafting something that really, truly stands out. Before we wrap up, I tell you, we're not going to be here long. Before we wrap up, I am thrilled to announce our topic for next week, for our next WinsDay Evening Encore. And it is authenticity in action. Authenticity in action. This is where we're going to explore being truly genuine, authentic, how it can be a game changer for your brand, how you can build deep trust, build deep connections with your audience, with your community. You do not want to miss out on that invaluable insight. So remember, I appreciate you by following, sharing, save, turn on notifications, so you'll be the first to know when we go live. So thank you very much for joining me, wherever you are, either if it's night or it's evening or if it's morning or the next day. Thank you for joining. Remember, the courage to break the branding mold can set your business apart and propel you to new heights. So don't be afraid to dare. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to do it. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's share your thoughts, your questions. Please, put your thoughts and questions and comments in the comments area. If you have any questions for me, if you have any topics, I try to stay a week ahead, and so I'm going to let you know what next week is, what we're going to talk about next week. And don't forget to share this session, with someone who could benefit from these insights. And we're creating community, together. together, we are gonna benefit, each other and help each other to raise to greater heights. So until next time, keep innovating, keep creating, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And your success story starts right now. Thank you for joining. Have a good one.